McQuay has flashed and kind of shown that this moment, this stage isn't too big for him. How have you seen teams adjust to him once he's kind of flashed on the film?
You know, I don't think teams have really adjusted. I think, as in a general sense of things, that teams are going to attack people how they want to attack people and going to stay away from things that they want to stay away from. And I think, there's certain things that teams try to do probably because he's a rookie and say, let's see if he can handle this. And then as he handles that, they find new things to do. And it's not really just because he's a rookie. It's more because that's kind of what teams do is hey, let's see if this will work. And if you take care of one thing, then they're going to go to the next thing.
Kirk, Aaron likes to say the standard is the standard. That's one of his new phrases, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
De'Vondre set an awfully high standard last year. He's missed more tackles than I think we saw him last year. What's going on with him, and how do you get him kind of back to being where he was a year ago?
Well, I just want De'Vondre to be De'Vondre. Like, it's not really, hey, get him back. De'Vondre just needs to be De'Vondre, and that's good enough. I mean, he's made some really good plays for us last year and this year. And, the person that he is as important as anything. And he is the same person, and he's the same person every day. And the player is a good football player that, I'm not worried about, let's get De'Vondre back, or I don't even really see it that way. One day is, Wednesday's Wednesday, Thursday's Thursday, and you just kind of keep going from there. So, he's a really good football player, leader of our team. He's kind of the guy that when things start going, he's an even, very steady player and human being. So, that's what I really appreciate about him is, how much he brings an even, steady demeanor in his play, excuse me, and everything that he does inside the building. And then, there's effort all over the place, and that standard he makes everybody live up to just because he's going to give it every snap.
I say person, are you talking about just like his work ethic, what he's saying to other guys around, or what are you talking about when you're talking about the person rather than the player?
Well, the person, he comes to work every day, and he works at it, and he is a real professional as far as, the biggest compliment that you can give a player is that he's a pro, and De'Vondre is a pro in that he's always prepared. He understands the game plan as good as any player I've ever been around as far as, hey, this is what we're trying to do. This is why we're doing it. This is what's in the game plan. This is what isn't in the game plan. I can remove this clutter, and I'm going to make sure that I focus on what we need to focus on. And those are the things that, and he just does it. He doesn't talk about it. He just does it, and it's very evident to everyone.
I get all that, but is he playing anywhere as close to as good as he did last year?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. There's a lot of different things that go into it, and I'm happy with the way that De'Vondre plays. And yes, he can get better at stuff. I think he would admit that, but it's just like any other week. There's a five game stretch here where there's been some weeks that he's just played like whoa, and there's other weeks where there's some plays that are out there that he probably thinks he should make, and we think, our standard is what it is. So, the both of us, we know what plays we have to get to and what we don't have to get to. So, I like I said, I just want this week's De'Vondre to be what we need to be able to beat the Jets.